Hey everybody, my name is Jack Izzo. You probably know me because I was on Jeopardy, or you know me in person, and if you don't know me in person, then you probably don't know where I'm going to college. Actually, here isn't the best place to do it.
Alright, this is a better location. I am proud to announce that I will be committing to Northwestern University to study journalism at the Medill School of Journalism. I think that's all you need to know. Alright, back to San Diego.
So while I was recording a little bit at Northwestern, I knew I forgot something, but I couldn't figure out what, but I finally figured it out. Two most important words in the English language. Go Cats! So that corny little video is something I made because College Board is doing a contest where if you announce your college decision on your Instagram page in a video under a minute long, then they will enter you in for a chance to win $6,000. So this is the college video. I'm doing this one standing because my tripod's still broken, but I found a place where I can stand and talk and it's about at the same level so I don't have to sit on my bed. But instead of doing like a very comprehensive video, I'm just gonna limit it to 5 tips because I think I can condense most of what you need to know down into 5 tips. Tip number 1, challenge yourself, but don't be afraid to back off a little. So for me, my junior year is the best example of this. So my school, we take 6 classes a year, so my junior year schedule was honors chemistry, AP comp sci, Spanish 3, honors US history, AP calc BC, and AP lang. And my school offers APUSH and sometimes it offers AP chem, so I could have taken APUSH. I'm actually really good at history, so perhaps I should have taken APUSH. However, I knew that by taking honors, I would give myself a little more time to breathe, and it definitely paid off. So tip number 1, challenge yourself with your class selection because it's definitely looked at by colleges, but make sure that your schedule is something that you can handle. Tip number 2, when you're looking for colleges, make sure you like your safety schools. I applied to 11 schools. My safety schools, I guess, were Loyola Chicago, the University of Rochester, and UC Santa Cruz. For somebody with my stats, you're generally going to get a little bit more money at those colleges, but the reason I picked those 3 schools as my safety schools is because I actually liked them and I could see myself going there. College admissions is a crapshoot, and you're not guaranteed to get in basically anywhere, especially UCs. UCs are like really dumb with admissions sometimes. So just to be prepared for that, make sure you actually like your safety schools and you could see yourself going there. Tip number 3, if you're a really high achieving student like me, I would recommend taking calculus your junior year and doing your SAT or ACT towards the latter half, if possible, after the AP test in that class. And that reason is because calculus is probably the most comprehensive mathematical review for the test. Now, there's no calculus on the SAT or the ACT. The concepts that you have to use in calculus are everything that's on the test. As for the English section, AP Lang, the multiple choice parts for AP Lang are basically exactly like the SAT and ACT English sections. In addition, PSAT is a great prep resource. I definitely recommend looking at some practice questions before you take the test. So look at AP Calc and AP Lang as alternative options if you can to outside college prep courses. If you can't take AP Calc, some sort of pre-calculus is probably your best bet. So tip number 4, again, another standardized tip. This one is going to be about the essays. The essays for the SAT and the ACT, some colleges require them, some colleges don't. So you're basically just going to have to find out for your personal list of colleges that you're interested in applying to whether or not it's worth taking. Again, AP Lang comes in a lot of help because the 2 of the 3 essays that you write on the AP Lang test are there for the SAT and ACT. The SAT is equivalent to the rhetorical analysis essay, and the ACT is equivalent to an argument essay. So research essays, and I'm gonna tag SAT subject tests onto this. Research whether colleges want SAT subject tests and take them in subjects that you feel confident in. So I took mine in math, I took mine in chemistry, and I did really well because I had just taken those classes in high school. If you're taking an AP, that's something you should consider taking a subject test in. Honors might be pushing it, but if you get help from your teacher, you can probably pull off around a 700. And tip number 5 is going to be extracurriculars and essays, because I think these are really good activities to tie together. So for your extracurriculars, pick things you like, dead serious. Don't do something you don't like. It will not end up well. That's probably the most important tip I can give for extracurriculars. So pick like 3 or 4 extracurriculars, get involved with them through your school, and stay involved with them, because commitment is a good thing, and sometimes you get leadership positions, and I've heard that colleges like those. So why am I tying in essays? It was so much easier for me to write the essay if I wrote it on something I liked. Some just additional like sub tips for the essays: be yourself, be yourself, be yourself, be yourself. If you get somebody to review it, that's great. Take their opinion with a grain of salt unless they are a certified admissions counselor who you have paid to help you. Sometimes they think they know what they're looking for, but they don't. Generally, review, I think, should be really to correct grammatical mistakes or something along those lines. Most of the writing should come from the student. So yeah, that's my 5 tips. Tip number 1, control your stress over your workload. It will be so much healthier, I promise. You don't need to load up on APs. You should take APs if you want to get into a really good college, but you don't need to load up on them. Tip number 2, like your safety school. College admissions is a crapshoot. It's really good to have a safety school that you would feel comfortable going to. Tip number 3, for SAT and ACT, consider AP Calc and AP Lang if you can. I would take it at the end of your junior year, although you can adjust accordingly. Don't stress. They are standardized tests and they do kind of control your future, but less than you think. Tip number 4, also related, research what requirements your colleges have. I talked about SAT subjects and essays, but another thing to point out is like weird application requirements. So I didn't apply to Princeton, but I know that Princeton requires like a graded essay. So yeah, just something to consider. And for your essays, be yourself, do extracurriculars that you like. Yeah, I think that's it. So I'll see you next week, hopefully sitting down.